chive scones. It's one of my favorites at the moment. I have not tried that for many years, and then a few months ago I tried. I love it, and then I started baking and making them. Anyway, it's very easy. You just need a few ingredients: plain flour, butter, cheese. Then the cheese, you can have anything basically you have in your kitchen, leftovers, different kind of cheeses. Today I'm going to use mature cheddar, and then I'm going to use a little bit of the cheddar with chives, like an onion kind of flavor. And then I'm going to add as well some chives, then I sliced finely. And the cheese, as you said, you just, grate them together. Now we put the, at the end, the proper amount of everything. The butter you cut in like a little cubes, because you need that to mix with the flour. And flour, obviously. Some milk and some baking powder. Is that easy? Okay, let's start putting 450 grams of plain flour, and the butter then was cold. We just chopped in little cubes, and then that is 140 grams. And what we're going to do is, with the fingers, we're going to press the butter and mix that together with the flour, basically making like a crumble with that. When it's, you see that the flour and the butter mixed well, and then will be the point to stop. You don't want that at moment like a big pastry. What you want is like a really like a crumble consistency, and that will take a little while. But this recipe is lovely if you have that, if you do like a tea, afternoon tea or something like that, or even for lunch. I'm having today with a cup of coffee is just lovely. It will be very buttery, because as you see, the amount of butter was a little bit high, but it's the way I like it. If you want to put a little bit less butter, you can, but I think I found the right consistency for this, as you see at the end. See the they start being finely crumbled together. We'll continue a little bit more. At this point here, and you see it's a little kind of combined together. We're going to add it now 4 teaspoons of baking powder, because then we can make sure that is mixed together nicely, combined all nicely before we put any liquid inside. Yeah, that's perfect. Now I'm going to put the chives. I'm putting all the dry ingredients first, because once you put the milk, the baking powder starts acting, and you don't want that to take too long. And we're going to put the 300 of grated cheese, different kinds of. I have 2 today. There is the chives, mature cheddar with chives, and the plain mature cheddar. You see, that is exactly how it look like. And then now we're going to add the milk slowly. We don't want that too wet, and we don't want to work too much with our hands, because we want that to be like a fluffy, kind of fluffy consistency. Okay, that's the end of that. It's a little bit too wet. You just put a little bit more flour, just to not stick in your hand, but I'm doing very lightly. I want that to be fluffy. I think that is it. And then I'm going now to wash my hands and come back. Okay, now I wash my hands. What we're going to do is put a little bit flour on the surface and take that, as you can see, is a kind of a crumbly kind of mixture. We're going with the rolling pin, flatten up a little bit, but try to keep that in one place. Put a little flour on the rolling pin, probably on top. I like the cheesy scone a little bit thick, because I think will taste better, and then you can really feel the cheesy on that. And if you have a cutter, have one, then have a little pattern at the end. But if you have just a round one, or you can slice with a knife if you don't have a cutter in your house. But if you do like me. Now we just press that down, trying to use as much as that mixed as possible. Ooh, is alive. Anyway, just to quickly to you to know, is around one finger the thickness, and we're going to put on a floury tray. I did preheat the oven 180, and when I finish this, will be just hot enough to put them inside. On the recipe, I will say it's gonna be the amount for flour, the amount for milk, but the milk and the flour always do like a little bit more, because you need to flour the surface or the top like I did if you made a little bit wet, because I don't like to do too dry, otherwise the scone becomes very dry. And the milk you need to glaze on top. There we go. And a few more to go. I have to have another tray. Whatever is left after you cut, you continue using that. You just put them together, don't press too much, just to kind of combine. And you put in the same kind of thickness, and you continue cutting. I don't like to waste anything, means I'm always using until the last bit I can use. Why waste such a delicious mixture? And one more, see? Just organize the patty together. And then this one, what I will do is just put as close as possible to the shape. I just like to cut on the side, so when they rise in a nice shape. And you just do a tiny bit bigger than that, so you can cut that and give the same shape to the other scones. Look, basically this is what is left. And I made 12 quite large scones. Okay, now we're going to glaze them. I'm going to put this 6 first. Glaze them with some milk. Try to not let the milk go on the sides, because otherwise they don't rise as well. And I always glaze the whole top, and then I go back and I glaze a little bit more. I quite like that golden little crust then, or crust, then is on top. There we go. That's looking fabulous. I hope you are following me. There we go. That's all done. Now we're going to put that, as you can see, we're going to put that in the oven, 180 degrees centigrade, and that will cook for around, I would say, 20 minutes. But again, like I said all the time, look your oven and see the temperature, because every oven is different. I'm saying 108 for 20 minutes, but some ovens take a little bit longer, will be 25 minutes. Some, you know, you don't want too quick. If your oven is too hot, just put the temperature down a little bit. So if you have like a thermometer or something, put inside of your oven and you know exactly what the temperature will be. But you know, the time inside, you will see how golden and if it's ready. And I will show you exactly how it's supposed to come out. Okay? We put that in the oven and then we come back in a few minutes. I see you soon. That looks ready now. Look how delicious, golden and fabulous. Let's have a look. Just be careful. Ooh, still a little bit hot. My hands can take quite a heat. And if you look, all golden, all the way round. Let's slice that. Ooh, you just don't even need a knife. You just need to press like that, and look at this. Look at this inside. You see, fluffy, cheesy, buttery, delicious. Let's try a little piece with a lovely cup of coffee. As I said, cheesy, buttery, delicious, fluffy, golden jewels. Absolutely delicious, with a little cup of coffee. And that will be my lunch today. I wish you here to try, but I will see you on the next cookery lessons. My name is Christine, and that was my cheese and chives scones. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you soon. I continue eating that. Amazing. Thank you for watching, and I see you next time. Bye for now.